Good morning and welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore. My name is Frank Mastoris. I am the practitioner of the day. So let's move into the quietness, into the silence, into the peace, into the joy. And allow ourselves just to be present in this very moment, in the very chair that we are in, or in the very space that we are in. And in awareness, allow yourself to take a deep breath in and release. Take another deep breath in and release. Take a third deep breath in, releasing at your own pace. Allow yourself to take a breath in and allow it to flow down into your feet. All the way down. Just let it go down to your feet. Let it reinvigorate your feet. Take a breath in and let it go down into your lower legs. Invigorating and healing any parts of your legs that might be in pain, or just reinvigorating them. Take a breath in and allow it to go down into your thighs and hips and groin, healing and revigorating any part of you that needs to be reinvigorated, that needs healing, that needs love. Take a breath in and let it instill throughout your whole abdomen. Allowing it to just touch in and bring healing. Next, let the breath enter into your chest. Healing and reinvigorating any part of you that needs to be touched. Now breathe into your left and right arms, allowing it to go all the way, the oxygen to go all the way down to your fingertips and beyond. Finally, take a breath and allow it to go into your head. Your body just to relax in this moment. Allow yourself now to bring into your awareness God, the divine. However you vision God, as a force, a light, a being, an energy. Allow this moment to be just a moment of love and gratitude. just the time to be with your love, because your love is God, regardless of the form. Yourself to be present with it, just say thank you. Allow yourself to feel gratitude. Allow yourself to feel gratitude. Ask every cell, every organ, every molecule, every space between the space to sing out gratitude to the beloved that is within you as you. In proclaiming this gratitude from every aspect of your being, receive it. The one divine perfect health, one divine perfect love, one divine perfect prosperity. Everything good manifests now in your life because the good is always good and always creative and always giving of itself. So now I'm going to ask the question, how does it feel to receive from the divine within you as you? What's your dream? Can you turn it over to the divine within you? That it might be made manifest in the here and now. Expand your awareness to everyone around you, to everything around you, to every person around you. And allow yourself to see your interconnected oneness. Expand your awareness to the interconnectedness you have with the city around you. Expand your awareness to the country that we live in. Now expand your awareness to the interconnectedness of the planet, the entire planet. We are one. As you have expanded your awareness to the planetary level, even come back in awareness with this connection to your body. And just focus on this present moment in your body. Allow yourself to feel all parts of your body, starting with your feet, your lower legs, your thighs and hips, your stomach, chest, your arms and hands. Then finally, your head. Now open your eyes and be present in the room. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's virtual service. I am your host, Harry Leffman. Our speaker is Lane Cobb. Our musician is Robert Hitz. Frank Mastoris, who led the pre-service meditation, is in service as today's practitioner. Every Sunday is Invite a Friend or Family Member Sunday. Spread the love. Share the joy. Invite someone to our service. We'd love to have them hang out with us. Frank Mastoris, our practitioner of the day, tells us that as he grew up Catholic, he became more and more determined to experience the divine, his overriding desire to find God. Using prayer, meditation, the Bible, and the Rosary as vehicles, Frank began his exploration of his spirituality. Frank had this experience of feeling overwhelmingly connected to God and loved as if he was love itself. For more than 40 years, Frank felt the call to live and share a life of oneness with and as divine expression of all life. Frank's been involved with religious science since 1992. As part of his job, he traveled. He saw many versions of religious science churches throughout the country. Frank's been a practitioner for 8 years. He calls all of us to deeper awareness of the divine within, divine throughout and about our lives. Frank calls us to the deeper awareness of God as ourselves. Welcome, Frank Mastoris, and opening prayer.
Thank you, Harry. In all things, give thanks. In all things, be at peace. In all things, be in joy. In all things, be love. For there is only this one power, that one presence that expresses all that I just shared: peace and love and joy and gratitude. We call it God because we know no other name for it. In this moment, I and every single one of us, and every person not even listening, and everything is one with and expressed from this very essence, this very beingness. There is no place that God is not. I know that in the service today, we are truly blessed by the words of Reverend Lane. We are truly blessed by Robert's music. We are truly blessed by Harry being our host. We are truly blessed by Sue, who's producing today. We are truly blessed by each and every one of you as you, in this moment, in the eternal now of time. I know this service is perfect. I know that this love, this joy, this peace that we are reverberates through the planet. It just rings like a bell, sings throughout all creation. And peacefully and lovingly. And I release this in gratitude, knowing it's done in mind and form, and so it is.
Honoring the world's religions. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. Many religions and spiritual traditions. We honor each person on their select path, and we bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, in each practice, and in each person. You are invited to study, learn, and grow with us. We have a Thursday night study group. We discuss the previous Sunday's message and more, lots more. It's a spiritual growth group. I'm delighted to participate in it every Thursday. It is a wow. Visit cslgreaterbaltimore.com to learn how to participate. For some who want to join us in membership, we offer a discovery class online. At your leisure, you can learn about our philosophy and prepare to become a member. Getting to know you, a 2-hour workshop. Do you know your love language? This is our first workshop with our interim minister, Reverend Kathleen. This is our chance to know each other better as individuals. Oh, and be aware of our love language and our personality types. Really useful stuff. The center is the people. That's us. Know each other better. Know Reverend Kathleen better. Let her know us. We will also explore who we are as a community, our strengths, our vision, our unfolding purpose. This is next Saturday, February 4th at 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a Zoom link which will be sent to you. It is also shown right now on the slide. And when we get an in-person location for this, we'll also provide you with in-person information. I hope in person you can join us. If not, we'll see you on Zoom, 3 to 5 in the afternoon next Saturday. Location still to be determined. We have a great variety of projects needing to be done, needing your energy and talent. Grant writing, locating our next physical location, strengthening our hospitality team, hosting and production, that's what I'm part of, and fundraising and coordinating events. We will appreciate and be glad to have you come join us. Where you'll fit in, please fit yourself in. For a full list of news and events and ways you can volunteer to serve, go to our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com. Prayer works. At CSL Greater Baltimore, we live as answered prayer because we know individually and collectively prayer works. We as a community continue to treat and move our feet. We treat or pray, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Move our feet means we take an active role in moving this community and the world forward. Prayer requests can be sent to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Join us on Zoom, type prayer in the chat, and you will have prayer in a couple of hours. We welcome you to that. I could tell you that Robert Hitz is a classically trained musician and that he's shared his creative gifts, presenting with Gary Zukav, Dwayne Dyer, Mark Victor Hansen, Deepak Chopra, Barbara Marx Hubbard, and he's been a featured artist at Religious Science International conferences, at Whole Life Expos, at numerous spiritual centers, university concerts, workshops. I could tell you Robert now gives himself in concerts, lectures, and workshops nationwide. I've known Robert for 20 years. What I will tell you about Robert is something else. You may already know from your own experience there are some who pray with you from such a space that their words, their emotions, their feelings, their intent, their vision, these communicate to you. When I experience that in prayer, I am delighted and amazed. It's like experiencing the presence of the divine, the voice of the divine right there present with me. You probably already know that from your experience. We teach that. We learned that at CSLGB. What you may not already know is there are musicians with whom I have experiences like that. And you will recognize it. You will know it's followed by an internal wow. So I welcome Robert. So enjoy a musician with whom I have often had that wow experience. Robert Hitz.
Oh, thank you so much, Harry. It is so good to be with everyone. It is coming home, and I'm so happy to be with all of us today. And Frank, thank you so much for really beautiful meditations and opening prayer. Harry, I love your spirit, and thank you for your guidance today. Um, I am, yes, and I am actually getting ready to go to Florida for um, about a month, and I will be playing in Key West. I'm leading a number of workshops there on improvisation and creativity. And so I'm going to channel all of our love today and try to set the tone for our beautiful speaker, um, Reverend Lane Cobb. So give me some juice, everyone. Let's see what's going to happen.
Our spiritual practice today is a contemplative meditation. We're going to contemplate a statement. Knowing that God is everywhere present. Knowing that I and everyone are inseparable from and divine expressions of the beloved. Give thanks. Give thanks for our life. Give thanks for the people you love. Give thanks for the people who irritate you or annoy you. Give thanks for the very essence of you. Take a few moments to contemplate that. Just love it and release it into yourselves. And so it is.
Our guest speaker today is Reverend Lane Cobb, an interfaith minister, women's leadership coach, and anti-racism educator. With an inclusive leadership style, she inspires people to be who they authentically are, to speak their truth, and to make an impact. Inspired by beloved community, she envisions a world of radical inclusion where everybody belongs and everyone is valued. To contribute to a more equitable and just society, she helps leaders and their organizations create workspaces and inclusive communities which nurture interracial relationships. Her trainings, in person and virtual, challenge participants to transcend false narratives which separate us each from the other, so we can enjoy the bonds of shared humanity and work together to create a world that works for everyone. She is co-founder of Race Talk Revolution, Inc., a nonprofit organization providing education to elevate and transform the social conscience and promote anti-racist activism through community engagement, self-discovery, and spiritual inquiry. For Reverend Cobb, there is no revolution without love. You can see her in action, Facebook or YouTube at Race Talk Revolution. My sense watching some of Reverend Cobb's videos is that we are about to hear a person who speaks with precision, power, principle, and purpose. Reverend Cobb.
Well, hello and good morning. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Thank you. Thank you, Harry, for that introduction. I can only hope that I speak with precision and power on purpose this morning, because I am so full and I actually don't know what is going to come out of my mouth sometimes. I want to give thanks to Sue and you, Harry. Frank, it's so good to see you. Robert, thank you for that wonderful music this morning. And thank you all for love streaming this morning. I want to also send love and healing to Reverend Dr. Raymond, and thank Brother Eugene Holden for inviting me to be with you all this morning. And I have to tell you, I so wish I could see you all, because my desire this morning really is to look into your eyes and to see, to ask you, who are you, to discover who I'm on this journey with this morning. I really want to do that. And I'm sorry I can't. 2023, I decided that this year was going to be a year of leaning into relationship for me. Leaning into local relationships, leading to relationships with people that I could actually see, touch, and feel, because after years of sitting behind this camera, I felt that I wasn't connecting the way I wanted to connect. And I am so appreciative of the fact that people give me the feedback they do about the programs that Reverend Eugene and I created for Race Talk, bringing people together to talk about our shared humanity and explore solutions for things like racism, violence. So I just breathe. And this has been a month of breathing. So I thank the God that brought us all together here today. And may we all be here sharing this journey, leaning into oneness. And for me, what I've really been doing is leaning into love. So, so much has been said about love. It's like, because, what else can we say? We've just finished celebrating Martin Luther King's legacy. And of course, we never finished celebrating Martin Luther King's legacy, because who could possibly do that? The life, the unfinished life of an icon. One of the things that, one of the slogans that, of course, we like to use, and it's a shame that many of his words have just become slogans. When he says hate cannot drive hate, cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. But is love enough? Is love enough? When I look and I see the videos that we've all seen of people killing other people for no reason at all, people suffering without the things that every human being needs, it hurts. It hurts, and we may struggle to stay awake. We may struggle because it's so difficult. My father is 89. And he has asked every day for the last several days, whoever he is talking to, he says, have you seen the videos of this fellow being killed by these police? That's so horrible to me. I don't understand. Can you help me understand? We're like, Dad, you will never understand, because that's not you. And yet, I know it is. It's me. It's you. It's all of us. We are the universal consciousness of God. There is only one consciousness of God and the love and the peace and the joy and all that comes with God consciousness. And then this side of God that manifests as fear and pain, frustration, violence, that side of God is also there. And though we may want to turn away, we don't have the luxury. Just because we know the way to the higher consciousness, we don't have the luxury to sit still and sit in peace with each other and speak with each other and hold hands with each other and not go out into the discomfort and the uncomfortable spaces of the world that are not peaceful and not joyful and not loving. We are the agents of God, all of us, each and every one of us. We know this. Of course, we create our reality. And if that is the reality, then we have also created that. And who would we be not to own all of it? As painful as it is, who would we be? So I'm leaning into love as I make space for pain, as I make space for frustration and regret, as I make space for shame and disappointment, as I make space for forgiveness and compassion, as I practice listening with my third ear and seeing with my third eye that knows so much more than what I, in my own humanity, may know. That the plan is not ours, but the responsibility for carrying out that plan indeed rests with us. That to be used by God, to be used by love, is more than just celebrating that which we know and inviting the goodness to elevate us. It is indeed that, and we must do that. The Bible says, pray without ceasing. Yes, yes, and yes. Pray and give thanks without ceasing for everything, that which we do not like, that which causes us pain, that which we do not understand. Allow that to wash over us and inform us of what is ours to do. Yes, who we be is extraordinary sources of light and love, extraordinary vessels for healing and grace, extraordinary movers and peacemakers and change makers, extraordinary when we come together and say, this will be, because this is what we know. That we are all made of love and light. We are all of one God consciousness. We are all here for a purpose. We are all loved and lovable. And for us to have everyone know when we show up in the world, who is here? God is here. Love is here. And you belong here. Do not despair. Do not go out and try to find meaning in your separateness, in your separation, in your exclusivity. There is no cheese down that hole. Got to bring a little levity to this conversation, right? There is no cheese down that hole. Lean into love when we don't know what to do, when we don't know what to say, when life isn't showing up like we think it should show up. Lean into love. Listen. Whose voice is speaking? When the people that even those we do not agree with are speaking, whose voice are we hearing? What is whispering in our ear? What is there for us to do? Sometimes it's just to hold it and allow it to resonate. Sometimes it is to speak out, either in opposition or agreement, to write, to sing, to move, to join, to create relationship. Without relationship, we are just bobbing around in the universe. The task is to join, to hold on to one another, and to create that vision of beloved community that our hero, Martin Luther King, created for us, where everyone belongs, everyone has a purpose, everyone feels loved, accepted, and appreciated for who they are, without regard for belief, skin color, ability. Breathe. We are doing such great work, and yet we have got so much farther to go. I invite all of us to expand our work, expand our joy, reach out to people who we don't know, maybe we don't understand. Ask them, what is their lived experience? What is your experience of God? Who is God for you? And who are you for God? How is your life showing up? How can we collaborate? How can we create a bond that transcends this misunderstanding, this illusion of separation, this nonsensical happening that we don't understand, and yet we struggle to do so? How do we give up the struggle and come together and walk so that the universe feels our presence? The universe feels our power. The universe shifts the reality. We have to do it now. It isn't up to anybody else but us. If I can find it, I'm going to share a quote by Ernest Holmes. And I have to tell you something. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it. And so I may not do that. I am not a Holmesian scholar. Oh, here it is. All people are not only a center of God consciousness, they are immortal beings, forever expanding, forever spiraling upward, forever growing in spiritual stature. We are. He says, not some people, but all people are immortal, for everyone will finally overcome or transcend any misuse of the law which they have made in their ignorance. Complete redemption must come alike to all. We are on the path to redemption. And we must carry our brethren with us. Their awareness is not yet lifted, but who is here to do that job if not us? It will come to all of us to take the veil off the eyes of those who think that they do not belong to us or that we do not belong to them. We do indeed belong to each other. Let us lean in and listen. We have to hear. We have to speak. We have to know. And we have to act together. Thank you.
Well, that was an inspiration. Thank you so much for that. And I'm going to ask us all to be together in this my musical celebration of the really great message. And I don't know yet, but I think there's going to be some passion in this. Thank you for allowing me to be with all of us today. Many blessings.
Morning. Um, in order to keep the lights on, we have multiple ways of doing that through PayPal, Givelify, text messages, or the postal mail. We live in a world of form, and form requires money to keep the lights on, to pay the ministers, to keep our Zoom going. We are in the process of looking again for our new next best place to be as we relinquish the last place due to COVID hitting and the fear of COVID. And we hope to have and create a 24-hour center available to everybody in Baltimore where you can come in and be fed, be spiritually, emotionally, mentally fed, and perhaps physically, depending upon what we can get together. So now's the time for spiritual giving. We give in our consciousness, we give in our purse, but we also give in money. So, Sue, would you bring up the next slide, please? Please share and follow me in the Declaration of Financial Wealth and Abundance. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing, not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. And so it is. So we have, of course, as you know, Givelify, and which is how I always give. but also the postal mail. Please join us again in giving to support the wonderful work of Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. It is a way of loving yourself and everyone else. Thank you. Giving now.
Thank you all for joining the service. And remember today to go out and be awesome, because you are awesome.
As we know that there is one God, one light, and we know that we are manifestations of that God that is in us, works through us, as us, is us, creating our reality with every breath. We give thanks for this opportunity to nurture and love that which is within us and in everything in the universe. God is love. We are God. We release this knowledge into the universe, confidently knowing that all that we give will be returned to us tenfold. Amen. And so it is.